as you can see, we got a Honda Talon right behind me here. Today's show is going to be pretty awesome. We're going to talk with Jamie Campbell today about his new Honda Talon short course program.
What's up, everybody?
Dude, so it's been a little while in the making for you, but you got to be pretty stoked, dude, to get this thing out on the track.
We're pretty excited. American Honda came to me only a few months ago and said they want to do this thing, and they've already been doing stuff in the desert with Jeff Proctor, and they really wanted to be able to go back east and race Crandon and all the other and the whole Champ Off-Road Series. So yeah, we've been talking, and we finally put a deal together, and we're very excited. We're nervous, excited, all at the same time.
Dude, it's pretty cool. Donnie Bales already said what's up. A bunch of other people are joining in, hanging
Awesome.
out. It'll be hold on a second here. It'll be cool to see because it's a whole different world. I mean, like, we're racing side by sides, right? And you've raced all kinds of different desert cars, bikes, everything. But it's crazy because side by sides have two different worlds, right? You got a desert world and a short course world.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, obviously this is I'm pretty new to the short course deal. I've built short course cars, mainly buggies, but for Honda to want to invest in a program like this, it really means a lot. Honda's heritage has always been when they enter whatever motorsports form of motorsports they enter, they want to be the top dog. So for them to invest in this and into me and Raceco and do this as a joint effort factory team, it's pretty exciting.
Dude, it really is. And not just that, but like to get the factory backing and to be able to have, a guy like Dave Mason Jr., a guy that knows short course, to be able to man the wheel too.
Yeah, so going through this process, I reached out to Masons and mainly just to see if there was an opportunity to rent space from them. They have a shop in Wisconsin near Crandon, and one thing led to another, and Dave Mason Jr. is now our premier driver in the pro stock class. So it's really exciting to bring them in. They brought a lot to the table for us as a team, and hopefully we showed on the track.
Dude, I think it's going to be so cool. So a couple more questions I have before we do the release. We got Ethan and Brody over here. We're both going to – wait, I got it wrong, didn't I? Evan and Brody over here are going to take the cover off of this thing. It's going to be pretty cool to see it. But before we do that, what was the reason that you guys wanted to get into the short course racing? Because you're a big desert guy.
Desert has always been my life for the most part. Coming off bikes and then, becoming a fabricator for over 30 years and doing trucks, buggies and stuff. It's something that I've always had a passion for. I built a pro buggy about 8 years ago. I really wanted to race short course. It didn't pan out, didn't happen. Now we look 8 years later and I have this opportunity. So I think with Champ Off-Road growing and, bigger sponsors are coming in, manufacturers are getting involved. It was the right spot for Honda to be. So I'm really fortunate that they came to me to do this program.
Yeah.
So we're going at it, 100%.
I couldn't agree more. All right, so just before we do this, Adam Grunder already asked, is a new Honda Talon? No, it's a new Honda Talon for short course racing, though.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the factory Honda effort for short course racing, and it's going to start, 3 weeks from now at Anago, Wisconsin, and it's going to go do the whole Champ Series?
Yep, June 10th is the first round, Anago, and then from there on it's Crandon, and then so on and so on. And, we got it's been a long couple months. The deal got done only a few months ago. So I believe we have a competitive car here. A lot of experience went into this. A couple of my fabricators at the shop have worked in the short course industry for years for Carl Renezetter. So they had a lot of input on this vehicle, and the Talon 1000R is going to be competitive. So,
dude, I think it's going to be pretty sick, man. I can't wait to see it. All right, so Evan and Brody, let's get over here, dude, and let's release this. Dude, I'm so hyped on it. All right, so you guys want to go front to back?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Woo!
We're pretty proud of this thing, George.
Dude, look at this thing. Hey, so
I would say it's as factory as we could get.
dude, it's good. All right, so we're gonna do like a whole walkthrough on this. Probably take us 20 or 30 minutes. So you guys go get a drink and hang out. But the first thing that I noticed since growing up, but you can probably see it, I got goosebumps, is the Honda Red. Dude.
Oh yeah, you gotta ride red.
As a kid, like that's the only thing you wanted to do in dirt bikes, right? Like that gets me going so much. All right, so you want to start at the front of the vehicle and maybe work our way back? Like, give us an idea of what went into this as your idea, like on paper, because it started out on paper and in your brain, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we started. It's a pro stock, so the rules are pretty straightforward. You have to have stock suspension parts, so like A-arms and stuff like that. Stock rear suspension components. You could reinforce stuff. So it kind of goes back to the desert, some of the older desert classes where, like 7S, where you could take anything on the factory suspension and reinforce it and make it stronger.
Right, but all stock point.
Yeah, but all
points.
stock pivot points. The champ rules are pretty, pretty strict. They want it to be pro stock. So, so we basically took all the suspension and started, going through it. We've seen some failures in the desert, so we kind of knew where we wanted to reinforce stuff. A lot of stuff we left alone because we know it's going to be plenty strong. So, yeah, all right, we started with a factory chassis, and we did cut quite a bit of the actual chassis off, but the whole front bulkhead, rear bulkhead, that's all stock OEM stuff.
Yeah. Hey, somebody that you might know, Jen Campbell, sent a request. Let's have her join real quick. In the shop, right?
Yeah, she's on river time right now.
Is she?
When we're going to the river, so.
Oh, okay.
But no, she's always been my backbone. Many years. We met when we were young, so she's 100% committed to this with me.
Big hugs to Jen.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through the details of this thing, because that's one of the things that I noticed the most is everything is detailed, even like the protection on the axles. So you got hood pins here, you got the wrap, you got all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, we actually, to save some weight, because it's a big thing in short course, try to save as much weight as we can. There is rules on weight and all that, but what's kind of a cool thing on this car is we attached all the fenders, hood, cowling, grill all together. So, and we built a lightweight structure under here out of tubing. So it basically, you undo the pins, a couple Zeus buttons, and the whole front clip comes off just like a trophy truck.
Oh, dude, how rad is that?
It makes it really easy to work on the front end, the steering, all that stuff.
And to wash it after the races, too.
Yeah, that's Evan's job. Crew chief.
Yep. So, all right, so give us a rundown of what's going on with the suspension.
So basically, stock, like I said, stock arms. We could run aftermarket tie rods. So this is our tie rod kit that we actually sell on our website. It's a production part for us. Our billet steering racks, another piece that we're able to. Yeah, it's a little tough, but yeah, we're able to run aftermarket steering rack, stock spindles, stock arms.
Looks like you got some gussets.
Yeah, we did our production just A-arm brace kit here. That's all stuff that we sell bolt on that we've had really good luck in the desert with racing on. But yeah, we
using all good hardware.
Yeah, we run a 4340 hardware pretty much on the whole car where we can. We keep it metric because it's just it's Japanese. We want to keep it metric. But
these shocks look like they're a little bit shorter than what you're used to.
So yeah, we sent these to Fox Power Sports. They shortened them. We added a rebound, or if you want to call it more of a free bleed. So hollow shaft, so we have adjustment there.
Dude, dirt bike guys always call that rebound, man.
Yeah. High-low speed compression, pretty standard stuff.
Did you guys change any of the ratio with the steering?
Yeah, so I'm actually friends with Sean Hess Motorsports, so he makes some really nice components that we've ran on this car too. He makes a really nice steering quickener. So we're running Sean's steering quickener on the car. So it's basically like almost like a 1-to-1, or 2-to-1.
And if any of you guys that are watching aren't racers or you're listening, we're showing the whole car, and you'll see that some of the stuff is different than what a factory Talon is, with the aluminum, like where the firewalls are on the back side and the front side. That's all for safety.
Yeah, it's all rules, champ rules. You got to have aluminum panels bolted on. Some of the panels could be Zeused, so the roof has to be bolted per the rules. They want stock plastic for the most part, so we're able to utilize the stock door.
Yeah, plus the Honda guys like it.
Yeah, and it looks, it keeps it looking like a real Talon. So.
Yeah, I'm so hyped on the red, and you guys did a fantastic job on the wrap. Who did the wrap?
Yeah, Johnny at Vista Designs. He always does all my stuff. He does a really great job on the wraps and stuff. But
dude, it looks really good.
Yeah, we're excited.
Brave Cheese, what a good name. Says it's looking really good, Jamie. All right, so give us a little rundown of the interior.
So obviously, real race cars are single seaters. So, we actually did shift the seat a little bit to get more elbow room. Dave Jr. is not a small guy, but he's, he fits in here just fine. We got PRP to make us a bitchin' seat here, and steering wheel. We opted for push button shifting, so he runs it in manual. You could shift it with the buttons on the steering wheel. Just try to keep it simple. Something that's not on here, we do have to add a AIM data logger, which we're waiting on that, but we should have it for the first round. But
so one of the things that I know a lot about the Talons is that they have two modes, right? It's a dual clutch transmission, and the modes are automatic, or you can do it manually. And usually on a stock car, it's with the paddles, right? So you change that a little bit, but the way that it works, you could almost run either or. I know a lot of guys that run Honda Talons in some of the local short course races that they love the automatic.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of the work out of it if you run it in auto. The 6-speed transmission's really good. So, we use Chris Hawks at Benchmark for Performance to do our tuning. So he could mess with the shift points a little bit here and there in each gear. So, but yeah, I like running in manual myself on a short course track.
Yeah,
I like
moto guys.
But I like running in auto in the desert, so I don't have to think about it so much. But
this actually, I know Dave's a pretty big dude, but this actually looks pretty comfy in here. Have you sat in here and got to take it around other than loading on?
Oh yeah, no, it feels like a race car. It definitely doesn't feel just like you're climbing into a normal Honda Talon.
And if you guys at home, I wish you guys could see it. It smells like a brand new car. And plus the detail work that you put into this, Jamie, like everything is put in a perfect spot.
Yeah, we try to package every car I build. We try to package it as clean as we can, make it easy to work on when you're prepping it.
Oh, that's what you're talking about, the steering quickener as well.
Yeah, so that deal, and there's a few other little components that that Hess makes for the car, but yeah, and kind of a new sponsor of ours this year is Metal Effects Wheels, and then Performance Machine Brakes. So those two guys have been a key deal for our desert racing last year and this year.
Oh, look at all the safety wire, dude. There's so much moto influence on this thing. Those brakes look sick.
Yeah, so big rotors. So that's another thing that Champ allows us to do is brakes, even in the pro stock class. So I got with my Performance Machine guys, and they said, yeah, whatever you need, and they sent us some kits, and so we'll have plenty of brakes. Like I said, with the wheels, those guys are helping us work on getting some. They worked on the wheel for us, got them down in weight and stuff. So. Obviously Yokohama's been with me for a couple years now. They've been really awesome.
So the eBay Motors giveaway account just signed in, said, "What up, Dave Mason?" Said. Yeah. Well, this is his sled, right?
Yeah.
So number 65 in the pro stock class. So make sure you pay attention to him. And hey, thanks to the guys at Vision Canopy for letting us hang out. All right. So this is where all the magic happens right back here, right? So give us a little bit of a rundown of how you did your, how you executed all this. So.
I had a little help back here. So, like I said, Sean Hess, Curtis Kirchmeyer, they're all Texas guys. They raced the short course series back then. All these guys became friends of mine. they all run my suspension in their cars in the Texas Series and at Mid-America. So I got with those guys, and Kirchmeier makes a really nice intake for them. Obviously, Vance and Hines came on board and built this really trick exhaust. It makes really good power for the Honda. Better power than anything that I've seen yet on the dyno.
Well, even some of the detail like this, what is it, a cooler that Hess makes right here?
Yeah, so it's a remote oil cooler adapter. So we got rid of the heat exchanger that goes there, and we opted for a cooler with fans. So
you got all the safety wire. It looks so good. And then a little oil cooler.
Yeah, a little CBR oil cooler. Clint always takes care of me. But yeah, then radiator wise, same deal. Basically have it mounted in the passenger side. So we have air coming from the front of the car. So that's how we're going to keep this thing cooled.
It's a pretty decent sized radiator too.
Yeah, we utilize a stock fan. Spall actually makes that fan for Honda, so it's a good fan, and it cools really well. So
here, let me try to get a picture of this exhaust so you can see it going from the front.
Yeah, this is a brand new prototype that Vance and Hines has been working on with us for a couple months now, and sooner or later it will be available in a couple different configurations. So they're pretty excited to be a part of this program as well.
So a lot of these guys, when they look at the car, when they see the video or hear us talking, like you'll notice that I don't want to say stripped down. That's the wrong thing. It's lightweight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's safety rules on the cage and how it should be built. But we try to lay it out to where it makes sense. But you also got to think about the weight. So,
right.
So that's what we did. We have a lot of different thicknesses of tubing in this thing and stuff. Wherever we're allowed to do thinner tube, we do.
So was that a hard thing for you to do, thinking about the whole process? I mean, you built so many cars, but when you have to go with such a spec platform, does it limit you and you have to get more creative?
Somewhat. I mean, I don't know. I have a really good visual. Like when I'll stand back and look at something, I'll even take pictures of the side of the car, and then I'll actually hand sketch stuff. My first Class 10 car I did the same deal. I drew it on paper first how I wanted it. It's kind of similar with this. We kind of looked at it, sat there, and we just kind of visualized it how we wanted it to look, and had my guys go to town on it.
Dude, yeah, it looks really good. The fabrication and stuff, that was probably some of the most tedious part of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically it was a 2-month build. So, from start to finish, from getting the car to the shop and cutting it all apart and like I said, figuring out where we wanted to run tubes, how we wanted to build the cage. We already know what we want to do different.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
That's why version 2 is always so exciting, right?
Yeah.
That's what question I was going to ask is a lot of the parts are actually parts that you could purchase as
well,
right?
Yeah, a lot of the components on this car, you could buy them right off my website. I'd make them for the Honda Talon.
So like stuff like radius rods?
Yeah, radius rods, sway bar link deals, all the chassis brace stuff. This is actually one of my sway bar braces, but we welded it to the chassis. We relocated the sway bar on this car just because it worked out better where it's at.
But that's something you can bolt on.
Yeah, it's a bolt-on deal. It actually strengthens the frame on a stock Talon.
And so underneath, you also did a little bit of a. Nice...
Yeah, I mean, we did aluminum belly pan. Some of that's per the rules, but
and then so
again, we tried to keep weight.
This is what I was talking about the attention to detail. I mean, look at that, dude. You even kept it like, what is that, 3/8 of an inch, all the way across.
So underneath that electrical tape, there's some really beautiful axles from Chuck Cheek at CMI Precision. Yep. I'm sure everybody in the UTV world uses Chuck's stuff on the Polaris's. Chuck is a big part of this program as well. He makes a lot of my parts for me at his shop. So
I just had lunch with Chuck and Miles the other day.
Yeah. Great family, and he always takes care of me.
Attention to detail, even with the stubby antenna too. All right, so we'll go around and kind of finish the walk around over here. Some of the stuff that's not usually used on desert cars, like the Nerf bars.
Yeah, we wanted just something clean, simple, that we know we're not going to, get, caught up with another car. So just kind of did a clean little.
Well, we know
deal.
Mason's going to be battling.
Yeah, I mean, just watching some of these races, George, I'm nervous.
You're already nervous? Yeah, that's what's best about the short course stuff is the short course is like MMA, but for race cars, for
that first
off-road
turn
cars.
at Crandon,
Dude,
was scary.
Always. You have
to commit to that.
Dude, 100%. Like, if you slow down, then you're toast. All right, so we'll keep doing the walk around and just give us a rundown about the suspension here. Then, so these are both different arms, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
stock? Uppers, lowers are obviously different, but like I said, they're OEM.
You even got brake covers, or those?
Yeah, little brake line guards. That's another item that we sell on our website. We've basically committed to the Honda Talon since 2019 once it came out, and I've been a Honda guy for pretty much my whole life, racing dirt bikes. Got into racing in Baja when I was 16 years old with my brother Johnny Campbell, and just went from there. Rode for American Honda, and then in the mid 90s for the off-road team on a bike, and that's what makes this pretty special to me is because. Obviously I worked hard to start producing parts for the Talon, but to have Honda approach me and, literally pretty much like call me out of the blue and go, hey, we like the idea of this. Would you want to do this? So it was pretty special to me. And
one of the things that I think is a lesson learned there, because we talk about this all the time on the Dirt Life Show, is that you've never swayed from your belief system. You've always worked hard. You've always kept your mentality. You've always worked and showed your loyalty to the people that you work with, and stuff will end up paying off as long as you work hard. It's a really, really cool thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of passion for what I do, and I made this my livelihood. So, for all the young people out there, I guess, everything that's going on in the world, I go, just follow your passions and work hard. And if you enjoy doing something, and you want it to make money doing it, make it your livelihood.
Yeah.
Go after it,
I couldn't agree more. It's great advice. And you can obviously see the passion that he has right here with all this detail work. So I was showing while you were talking, I was showing some of the way that the hoses and cable routing and stuff was done. That in itself is like a masterpiece because it takes so long to get it all done.
Yeah, I mean, prepping the car is pretty much the hardest part. Fabricating, building, cutting tubes, notching, it all takes talent. But prepping the race car, in the shop, my guys there, Tommy and Rhett and Mikey, and then Evan's pretty new at the team, and I'm throwing him into the mix. And
so that's what I was going to say is, so what's the plan for Mason? So you said Evan was going to actually spend most of his time in or out back east in the Midwest.
So I'm going to be in Crandon, Wisconsin, pretty much the whole summer, taking care of the car, making sure it's all prepped for Dave to get in there and go drive.
Dude, Dave. He's going to be your best friend all summer.
roomies.
Yeah. That's going to be cool though, right? And the opportunity that we were just talking about, not to get all change the subject, but you're giving him an opportunity to pursue his dream and to do the stuff that he likes. That's got to feel good for you too.
Yeah, I mean, it's been super cool. I've grown up in an off-road family, and this is one of my big passions too. And it's super cool to be working on a Honda team because I've always rode Honda, and I'm
big Honda guy.
Yeah.
Once you race Hondas, that's what you live by it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, speaking of, they just cleaned house in the dirt bikes.
Yeah.
So they got 3 titles.
Yeah, they little 3 title deal, and what a year for those guys in Supercross.
That means you guys got a lot to live up to.
We got a lot of pressure.
What's some of your favorite things about the car, Evan?
You know what? I love the whole thing, and it's been super cool to be a part of building the car too. I mean, just little things like making the bumpers and stuff, but I mean, it's been a really big learning experience too, which has been great.
Okay, so I like that you said the bumpers is like something that you're into because those things are probably not going to last very long.
No, they're not. So I already bent up a bunch of extra tubes and stuff. I mean,
just in case Dave wastes it.
We have. I mean, that's one thing with short course, and I've learned over the years too, is you have to have spare parts.
Yeah.
These cars like to go run into each other, crash. So we have multiples of every part that we think could get bent. As far as I know, I hope we're prepared.
Yeah.
We have A-arms, spindles, rear trailing arms, bumpers, Nerf bars. We have so much stuff.
It takes an army. I remember when we were doing our blue program, and dude, we would recycle cars every 6 months, like or every 6 races, whichever came sooner. Like they didn't last very long because there was like I said, it's MMA, but with the off-road car.
We do have a car number 2, not quite done yet, but it is a backup car. And
look at you already thinking ahead.
Possibly Crandon Labor Day weekend.
Oh, does that mean that foot gets to push on the pedal?
Probably doubtful, but I got a couple prospects that I'm thinking about that I could get out there to race the second car.
That'll be pretty cool. So, and that's one of the things that I was going to ask is like the plan for growth, right? Like it takes a lot to operate these programs, but there's always room for improvement. And it sounds like you're already thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to see, well, let's see how this year goes. And then obviously we're going to take notes and go back to Honda and we're going to sit down and talk about it and see if they want to pursue moving forward. But, all
right. So
I would love to add a turbo to the deal and
race 2 classes, 250 and 450, but stock and mod.
Yeah. I mean, that's my goal. So hopefully it's
Honda. How many hands can you have during the week working on all those cars?
I don't know. I might need to get some help to 4 cars.
Hey, so while we're here, we're going to talk to Dave Mason Jr. in just a sec. So, Dave, whenever you get a chance, just buzz in. If you guys are watching right now, just let us know if there's something specific that you want us to ask Jamie or the Evan, and we can see the car too. So if you want to look at something specific in the car, I know everybody likes the interior of the driver's seat because that's where everybody stands. That's where the magic happens.
My favorite part actually is the red interior. I think it looks a lot like a Corvette.
A Corvette?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's my Corvette interior.
Dude, it looks good. Did you have some help in the fabrication then?
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of little things that have helped make. I mean, my dad has been fabricating forever too, and he's taught me some of the things. I've been learning a lot from Jamie, so it's been pretty
cool. Dude, you can learn a lot from this guy.
Rhett Cyril had a big hand in this deal here. Rhett's been a long time fabricator in short course and off road, and Rhett's been probably he's like my go-to guy in the shop. Been with me a long time, and he's a real quiet guy, but he just sits over there and just tweaks out and makes cool stuff.
Gets it all going. All right, so let's see here. Eric Burkett said, I'll gladly help drive or fab parts for you guys. Let's see here. And Brave Cheese said, would the exhaust be available this year? That's a good question, Jamie.
We don't know yet. We want to still – Vance and Hines still wants to develop some stuff. This particular exhaust is on the loud side for recreation or even probably desert racing. So they are gonna work on some stuff with us to produce more of a recreational and for racing mainly. They already sell a bolt-on exhaust system for the Talon, which is actually really nice. It's on our eBay giveaway car. So
cool.
That's one thing I was going to tell you guys. If you guys want to win a rad Honda Talon, go to eBayMotorsGiveaway.com and you could win a Raceco built Honda Talon.
Yeah, so Racing in the USA said eBay Motors, yeah, definitely help with melting limit straps. It's potentially, but like that exhaust is actually clear of pretty much everything on this car. So let's get it loaded and go racing. That's exactly what these guys want to do. All right, so let's get Junior on here real quick. We'll start talking with him. It's pretty cool to see, man. Like, I love when programs start coming together. Dave Mason Jr., what's up, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Dave.
Right.
All right, you guys here. So we got all the boys here, Brody, Evan, and the boss. So how do you feel about seeing this thing? Because you've probably seen it before.
He hasn't.
But not all pretty like this, right?
Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it with the fresh wrap.
Ooh.
Man, that looks, oh my gosh, it looks so nice.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's like if anybody knows what it feels like to go get a brand new car, that's what Dave is feeling right this second. But
he's ready to tear it up on Thursday. We're going to go do a little test locally here, and I think he's probably biting at the bit to get in the seat.
Yeah, you probably are, dude. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, it looks super sharp. Look good with some dirt on it too, though.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll look better with dirt on it.
Living your dirt life. Hey, so you're used to racing all kinds of different stuff, and now to be able to get into a Honda-supported Raceco USA stock UTV, what is the, I don't know, mindset, or what's the challenges that you're going to start facing?
You know, when they brought this to me and kind of we were talking before, well, quite several months ago, Jamie and I, and he talked about the program. It was like, do you want to be part of this? Do you want to be involved? Do you want to drive the thing? And it was like, man, to be involved with such a legendary manufacturer as Honda is such an honor. It's like my whole racing career. I've done a lot of things in other classes, like you said, and had success, but to actually get with a major manufacturer and be able to represent for them is totally like my absolute total dream come true.
It is pretty cool, man. And then obviously to have somebody like Raceco and Jamie and eBay Motors like helping you guys out, that just makes it that much easier to be able to know that you're going to be able to go out there and give it your all.
Yeah, it was such an easy decision. It was like, you know, such a surprise that we've known Jamie for quite some time. He's an awesome dude. He's a believer like me and my family, and you know, it's just a solid group. Obviously, his brother Johnny's had great success, and just we know all the way around that anything Raceco does is going to be successful. He was super open to me bringing eBay Motors on board, and they were all about it as well. Just because it's like anything you do with Honda, it's going to get a lot of eyeballs, a lot of good exposure.
Yep.
And they're just a great, well-known company as well.
All right, so here, I'll help you out a little bit. This is the view that you're going to be seeing all summer.
There we go. I can see it right now.
So this, you're going to hit this button and this button a lot of times.
That's the turbo boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is getting into the corner, and then that's coming out, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be something to get used to. I guess the steering is super tight, so I don't have to be like chasing the wheel around trying to find those buttons. It's just like a quick turn, you know, get through the gear, you know.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the car on the track. I could, like when Jamie showed up today, I was so hyped on it. So what's the plan then? You're going to do all of the Mid-America stuff, or excuse me, the Champ stuff?
Yeah, the whole Midwest Champ Series. We did that last year in the Pro 2, and it was really kind of a big learning experience, big learning curve with how it all works back there. The tracks are so different from the gas series and the old Lucas races. Like the tracks are way longer and bigger. So we kind of got used to everything back there by the end of the season. It was a lot of learning. But now we have a shop. We have a house built in the shop, which I'll be living there with my wonderful wife, Taylor. And
this guy,
Evan's going to be back there with us. So I met Evan recently. They say he likes to fish. So he's going to be in heaven back there in Wisconsin.
big fishing guy. Oh, that's cool, man. Well,
as long as he gets his work done first.
Yeah. Never put off your homework, buddy. So, Dave, it is actually pretty cool. And one of the things that I noticed that you just talked about was like the team effort, right? It doesn't just take a car and a driver to be able to go out there and win. It takes the whole crew.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, you know, the team effort is everything. And the tough thing is when, you know, your shop is based here in California and you're flying back and forth, you really have to have some dedicated people who are like all in. You know, this isn't just a day job. It's a passion. It's something they live. And that's what Jamie talked about. It's like he's all in on anything he does. And so I know that I can count on him. You know, if I go, God forbid, I go roll the thing over or something, he'll be there, you know, with Evan and everybody just working on
that.
Yeah.
I know.
So Joel Peel just said Evan is going to need an assistant.
That's what Brody's for.
Brody's already got you.
Brody's coming to the first round, and we're going to play that by ear and see how everything pans out. And there might be some other opportunities. So,
does that mean that that Brody gets to move up in the ranks too? Does it mean you got to do a little bit more hard work?
I guess so. Yeah. I
Hey.
kind of have some experience with the towns. I've been racing them off road with.
Talk a little louder, Brody.
in the DP4 series. So
Oh, there you go.
I have a lot of experience with them and can work on them a lot. So it was great to hear about this opportunity.
So were you the one in the passenger seat when Jamie just totally got like dusted me out when I was on my mini bike at the last DP4 race?
No, he races his own car.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, he has a Honda Talent he races.
Perfect. All right. So all the Honda guys teaming up, doing all the good work. So let's see here. We got a couple questions that came in or comments.
Yeah.
I'll make sure work gets done before they start fishing.
Oh yeah,
Taylor J. Mason.
Yeah, perfect, Taylor.
She's taking Midwest for sure. She's like team mom, takes care of all the food and works super hard to make sure we're all
really excited about Taylor making food for us.
Yeah. Dude,
we're really
what kind of sandwich is she gonna make? Dude, the sandwiches are the best because that means that you're gonna have a race-winning weekend.
Oh, she makes gourmet food. It's not just sandwiches. It's like the whole pits. Everybody knows we're making ribs, we're making tri-tips, we're making briskets. Like it's legit all the
No wonder Jamie wanted you to drive. Let's see here. Jerf said he loves Hondas. Taylor says, yeah, you got you guys. Well, that's going to be a good team. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to the most, Dave? Because, like I said, you've been you're racing. Jamie's been racing for a long time, and that's a total new world.
Yeah. Number one is just getting my butt in the seat. I haven't driven the car yet, and I know it'll be like totally different from the Pro 2, the Pro Buggy I've driven in the past, Class 1 trophy trucks. Like, do not translate to this at all. But I know it's like a friggin' little Ferrari on the track because he's built it really well. It's super lightweight. We're right down at the minimum, which helps. I've been, working out and getting in shape so I could be as light as possible in that thing. That matters.
It's for you. Just sandwiches from Taylor.
That was in his contract
Yeah.
for me. He has to be in shape.
Actually, what's funny is that's actually like a pretty big deal in UTV racing now. Like Blurton and Bo Judge, like all those guys, they just straight lose weight.
Well, I think it's important though because, just look at what happened in Supercross, Moto. All those athletes that race that stuff are now
like Ironman
athletes racing dirt bikes. They're training nonstop, whether they're on the bike, in the gym, on a bicycle.
There's like triathlete programs.
If you want to be number one, you got to train.
All right, Dave, you're ready for it, right?
No, I'll be honest. He came by the other day and he was looking way more fit.
Really?
I'm excited about it.
When did you start getting all tuned up? Not that you weren't before, but.
Oh, ever since basically New Year's, it was like, okay, improve the diet, work out more, don't drink any alcohol, just 100% committed. Because in the Pro 2, it doesn't matter how much you weigh. The UTV, it's a lot more critical.
Those guys are going to be so much happier on their workload. Yeah, I do think it's really cool. And then, you said,
I just want to add, I'm excited to have the Masons, obviously Dave Jr. drive in. Their whole program is helping this program. So
right.
It really benefited. We benefit each other on this program. So they had a lot to bring to the table on the logistics side and, having the shop back there, having the big trailer and semi truck and the big canopy and
right, everything helps.
So, obviously, Dave gets to go race a factory Honda Talon, but it's not just that. It's the whole program is going to benefit from having these guys involved. So, I'm stoked to have him aboard, and I just want to get this thing going.
Dude, for real. So we got a really, really important question. Heather Ray said, "What is your workout plan, bro?"
That's my sister.
Oh, no wonder she's talking crap.
Yeah, right.
Workout plan is salads and driving in the sim, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There you go. Just don't eat anything for like 2 weeks, and I'm good.
Man, I think it's going to be so cool that you guys have this opportunity and be able to go out and execute on it. Do you guys have some goals for the first couple of rounds, or where are you guys sitting mental wise going into all this?
So given that we're just starting out, we haven't done any testing yet. The goal is to really just, I don't know, right off the bat, just see where we stack up and make progress and improve. I've done a lot of things before, and I feel comfortable in my abilities. I know Jamie's built a good car, but as far as competing against other teams that have a lot of seat time and years under their belt, We just want to take it one race at a time. Make sure the car runs really well and is reliable, and then throughout the season, just work our way up. Hopefully, we're on the podium sooner than later. But at the end of the day, it's really just about doing the best we can.
Yeah. Absolutely. And having realistic expectations, because every time the first year out, you always want to do the best that you can, but you really have to make sure that the car always crosses the finish line.
Yep.
That's
Goal number one.
important. I mean, like, Honda knows that we're new and this is a new venture for all of us. So, like, they're 100% behind us to develop it. So, Champ has been really good. The tech director there for the UTVs, Alex, he's been very helpful this whole time. I've had a ton of questions, and they want to see this happen because they want more manufacturers. Yamaha, Can-Am, Polaris, mainly the NA guys, obviously for our class, but they want that competition. They want the manufacturers there. So, they're excited. They're as excited as us to get this thing on the track, see what we can do for lap times and stuff like that too. And we'll develop the Honda Talon throughout the year with Champ's approval too. So, if we go out and we're not competitive, they're going to help us get competitive. If we go out and we're smoking everybody, then there's going to be some other things talked about. But I think we have a really good platform. I think the Honda has a great platform with the transmission that we're able to run. I think compared to like the YZ transmission, I think the Honda has a really good platform for that type of racing.
Yeah, I was telling you, Jamie, earlier that I didn't tell you, Dave, but I got to drive a bone stock Honda Talon at Paris MX on, was it Tuesday? And the amount of mid-range and the amount of torque that it had going through the center of the corner was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm super stoked for not using any belts. That is a thing compared to other UTVs. And having that 6-speed will just keep it right in the perfect power band the whole time. Should be an advantage.
Yeah, it was totally cool. Run that thing in sport mode, 4-wheel drive, and you're just getting through those corners so good. All right, so we're not going to really talk too much more. I don't know how Jamie feels, but I would like to hear it start up if that's cool with you.
Yeah, we can fire it up.
I don't know, Dave. Is this going to be the first time you heard it or what?
No, I have heard it. I've driven the parking lot.
Oh, perfect. It has a little bark to it. It sounds like a 450. Dang. Sweet. Thank you, Jamie. Dude, that just makes me feel like you're going to be riding a factory 450, dude.
Heck yeah. On the chip.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Jamie, is there anything else that you want to talk about before we dip out?
Man, I just appreciate everybody that's come together to do this program and having eBay come on board with the Masons and having these guys helping me and everybody back at my shop and of course, American Honda, I can't thank them enough for this opportunity and like I said, I'm ready to rip.
Dude. And what about you, Dave? You want to say anything else before we see you at the races?
No, just same. Really grateful. If you guys see us at the pits, come on by, say hi. Come look at the UTV that we're giving away. That'll be on display at the races as well, so you can sign up at ebaymotorsgiveaway.com. And it's really cool that eBay has kind of collaborated with Honda. It's a couple major corporations that they always have their different ideas. It's really cool they're collaborating to support this team, this Race Co effort. And I'm just really, really grateful for the support and Jamie, and thanks to the Dirt Life Show for hosting us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We appreciate the opportunity to showcase all this good content. So, man, it's really cool. Can't wait to see you guys at the races. I know you guys are going to have some fun and kick some ass. So good job to all the team. The car looks fantastic. And Anago, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Later, Dave. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, very much.
I'm going to end it just by showing you guys the side panel of the car. Obviously, thank you to everybody there. And thank you to all the sponsors of Dirt Life Show. We will see you guys soon. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.